Welcome. Jay, it looks like, is in the house. Can you believe I actually got started on time? So how is Jay tonight? There's Buzz and Buff. Awesome. Welding a quarter panel. Awesome. I wish I could weld sometimes. Sometimes I'm glad I can't. There's my sweet darling right there, Miss Jean Seaborn. Yeah. But sometimes not being able to weld very well actually comes in handy, like when I had to cut the hood off of the hoopty. But we're going to get there. And Buzz, I just want to tell you that video you did, with my channel on there, going to the No Name Nationals, that was hilarious. I love the clips that you used. That was a really good representation, I would say. Creedence Chrysler Revival, welcome. Yeah, I really did like it. As soon as I saw it, I started laughing so hard that I was like, oh gosh, I had to watch it again, after I quelled my laughter a little. I didn't realize what an idiot I am online. But, it's all in good fun. So, hey, Ryan, welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I liked all of your, all 5 of the little intros you did for the No Name Nationals contenders. It's coming along really good. Action Auto Parts, Jamie Phillips. Welcome. Jim's, if it ain't broke, fix it. There you go. And Bear Rose, welcome. I think I know that feller. Well, I tell you what, you're piling up the cars out there. How you going to mow your grass? Oh, you're in Idaho. I don't know if your grass grows. It goes straight from snow to, straight sun and back to snow. I don't know. But
Do you want to turn mine off?
I can hear the echo in the background.
Do you want me to turn it off?
No, I just might turn it down a little.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. If there's an echo in here, I don't hear it on my computer, but I can hear her device in the other room. That is so true, Brother Bear. That is so true. Yeah, I agree with you, though, as far as whenever it comes to saving money on parts and all that. Absolutely, man. When I originally bought that parts car, that 72 Charger for my other 72 Charger, I only bought it for the rear bumper and the rear end. And, man, I ended up using so many parts off of that thing and saved so much money on my other project that wasn't even really going to be related to it that, I I can't imagine how much it would have cost me to do it otherwise. And it made a really crazy custom. Oh, that's cool. VW Bug built backwards. I've seen somebody else do that with something. I can't remember what it was, but I've seen something else built backwards like that where it looked like they were driving through traffic backwards. I can't recall what it was, though. It may have been a VW, but I don't really recall. I know when we were in Florida, we saw where they took a microbus and chopped the center out of it and made it a micro bus. And it was crazy looking. Looked like a little toaster. Ford F-150 upside down is busy. Funny. Yeah, that would be funny. Oh. There to buy a set of wiper arms, hinges, and that back seat. Told me the price, so I asked how much for the whole car. It was the same price. So off it went. Well, there you go. Exactly. Yeah. Well, when I got my parts car, my wife actually found it for me on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy had a price on it, and I was like, man, I don't know. I don't really have the money to spend on that. And she says, well, you got skills. Ask him if he needs some masonry work. I'm like, he ain't going to go for that. And so I asked him anyway. And sure enough, he's like, well, I do need a little retainer wall in my front yard. So I just traded it out and built him a little retainer wall in his front yard. And he brought it to me out to my house and unloaded it. I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about. How much? Any cars? Much richer, man. Oh, goodness. Yeah. 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 Well, you got to whenever you're selling salvage, you got to realize how much you can make on certain things. It's just like I have people, I sell a lot of stuff in my flea market booth and online on eBay. And when I do that, I have people hitting me up about, hey, how many cars do you have? And how much would you take for all of them? I'm like, well, I don't sell bulk. I only sell in retail because, well, that's where the money's at. And that's how I supplement my income since I'm not going out there and smashing rocks anymore. I'd much rather be home smashing a pie than smashing rocks. So where are you located at Action Auto Parts? So of course, what does that word sell mean? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, a lot of times I'll go to auctions, estate sales, things of that nature, business closeouts, estates, whatever. And if I find car parts and stuff like that, even if it's not something that I need, I go ahead and buy them anyway. mean, I've bought lots of boxes of auto parts and boxes of lawnmower parts of all things. I'll tell you what, there is a cult following of Toro and wheel horse lawn tractors that you would not believe. Welcome, Rich. Buy them whole, and I guess just keep them all. Yeah. Well, if I could afford to buy a bunch more, I probably would. But I don't know. I guess some call it cheap, some call it frugal, some call it tight. I think I'm all of those. It's a good thing I don't have unlimited, financial resources, or I would have like 7 or 8 barns full of cars. Right on. Well, right now we're just all chatting. I'm waiting on some other folks to get in here. Got a little bit of info on the No Name Nationals Fuel Relief Fund and all that. And a little bit later, probably about an hour or so, I'm going to be doing a little contest giveaway. And I think people are going to like it. So who else, what? Hold on here. In our blood, started with Hot Wheels, moved to model kits, and then the big ones. Never ends. Yeah. Well, that's funny because, me and my Hot Wheels, I never got over Hot Wheels. I really enjoy them. I don't collect them like I used to. I used to have about 5,000, but I've trimmed my collection considerably. And I tell people all the time, especially whenever I see, moms and dads, they're in the toy aisle looking at cars for their kids. And I tell them, I know why Hot Wheels retain their value so much. And it's mainly just because little boys don't really ever grow up. We just eat more. That's all. Hands in the parking lot with our Hot Wheels. Yeah. Hey, Zero G, welcome. Yeah, I definitely did. I definitely smelled some model glue when I was a kid. That's probably a little bit of an explanation for where I'm at today. At least we'll blame it on that.
So what's my excuse?
What?
What's my excuse?
I have no idea. Yeah. Mama Hoop laughing at that Major Night. Yeah, well, she laughs at me a lot. That's how I stay married. I mean, that's the one thing I always just say, as long as I can keep her laughing, that means she's happy or confused or something. Yeah. I'll tell you, there's several of the cars that I collect that are rare, you know. Old man in the shop. Welcome. What is going on here? Don't know why. There we go. Big mic, everyone. I'll put a short bit about my YouTube channel. Well, that's awesome, Dizzy. Hope you're feeling better. I know you said you've been a little under the weather lately. Yeah, Bigfoots and Mopars. Nothing wrong with either of those. $47. Well, so who worked in the shop today and who lazed around on a Saturday? I can't say I was lazy.
Oh, come on.
You can't say I was lazy either.
Oh. Okay.
She's going to try to. Lazy day. There you go. Dizzy had a lazy day.
Good for him.
Working the real job today, unfortunately. Ooh, I used to have one of those.
You're so
I don't recommend it.
I love you, Booty Bear.
Man, that is a cool old C10. I love that thing that you're working on. Worked on my house today, redoing the kitchen, laid out the cabinets so I can order them next week. Awesome.
Good job.
Well, I worked in the kitchen today. I didn't work on the kitchen, but we made some pickles today. Made some dill pickles and some bread and butter pickles and some ghost pepper zucchini pickles. So that was fun. Let me just give you a little tip. If you're using ghost peppers, you probably want to use the either a very little bit of a very ripe one, or if you're going to use a whole one, pick them while they're green still so that they're not inedible, so they're not paint stripper. Nice water pump. Waiting on the radiator. Made a sandwich. Is that there you go. Heck yeah. We love pickles too. We go through quite a few pickles. Don't touch your eyes. That's a fact. You do not want to rub your eyes after cutting up ghost peppers. And you see, the thing is I don't throw them in there whole. I split them in half long ways so that the seeds and all that gets in there too. So it really gets them hot. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Zero G. Barbecue, slap of baby back ribs with sweet and smoky sauce. Had a friend once that said his wife told him if he bought another car that she would leave him, so he bought two. That's hilarious. I guess that's what you calling your bluff, huh? Goodness. Yeah, I had intended to go out and work in the shop today, but gosh, we had so many pickles to make. It ended up taking several hours, and I was just like, well, all right, this is what we're doing. So then I took a nap, you know. Yeah. We should all be so fortunate, huh? Uh, you are correct. There is nothing wrong with a nap, you know. I look at it like this, you know, us old guys who work our butts off, you know, and who have worked our butts off, you know, I think between the age of like, I don't know, say 5 or 6, and then up to about the age of, I don't know, 40, you don't need naps. But after 40, yeah, I think you should be able to take a nap. Of course, 40 for me was almost 15 years ago, but yeah, he might disagree. Yeah, but he succumbs to them, I guarantee it. Yeah, I've got 6 grandkids. There you go. Yeah, I tell you, I'm super blessed to be, you know, where I'm at in life and to be able to pretty much set my own schedule. I mean, I still have one more kid in high school. He's our surprise. He's 8.5 years younger than the others. And I mean, but he's getting ready to be 16, driving himself to school and all that. So, yeah, we're pretty much empty nesters. Napping right now, huh? This is all just a dream. Uh, all right. Well, I figured there would be a few more folks in here. That's why I went ahead and introduced this thing earlier this week and scheduled it because I was hoping to get quite a few people in here to talk about the fuel relief. But well, hey, thank you, Peckerwood Customs. I'm glad to be live. I'm glad to be alive. uh, yeah, I tell you, it's been really hot here lately. We've had a few days of relief. Got a little bit of rain finally. We went about 6 weeks with no rain at all, and it was just devilish. It was terrible, and we finally got a little bit of relief, but it's still in the mid 90s. You know, hot, and I have no insulation in my shop, so when I close those doors, I turn on my air conditioners and stuff. I mean, I can get it down a little bit, but not a lot. So the fuel relief fund, what that is, you know, Dallas contributed initially to it, and then there's been several who have contributed to it since then. And what it is it's just what it's called, what it says. It's a fuel relief fund to help out people who otherwise may not be able to make it to the No Name Nationals. If that's the only thing holding them back from being able to go, that, they can't afford to spend the money to get to the No Name Nationals, then you can email me and request help through the fund. And I'm the chairman of the committee. Also on the committee is Clint from Clint's Street Machines and Cousin Cletus from Cousin Cletus Automotive. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all of the requests and we're going to determine, what we can do for each person individually who's requesting help. And we're going to try to help out as many people as we can, with the fuel to get there. Right now, there's about 3,700 or so in the fuel relief fund from last that I heard. I haven't looked in there lately, but the thing is, to qualify for this fuel relief, you have to be registered for the No Name Nationals. You have to have your 500 subscribers, and you have to be, going. But those are basically the only requirements. And I'll have my email address up here. I'll go ahead and post it again real quick right now. But if you email me, I've been having a little bit of trouble with my email, getting my emails in a timely manner. But if you'll email me, I'm going to go ahead and put two different ones on here. I will give you my personal phone number so that you can call me. And that way we can just talk in person and see what you need. Because I need to know exactly how much someone's requesting and, how far you got to go and all that. Okay, and here's my other email address. So hey, Big Block, welcome. And Robert, sorry about that. I was kind of in the middle of something, but welcome. James and James, welcome. Arrowhead, welcome. So anyway, if you email me, and also if you go to my page, my channel, and you go to the About My channel on the description up there, I've got both of my email addresses on there as well. So you can go on there and email me if it's something that you think that you're going to need. And, just shoot me an email and I will just go ahead and send you my phone number. And that way we can talk. And it's just so much easier than trying to do everything through email and all that stuff, it's just too much, man. And also, let's see. I am not sure how many people are signed up. I'm really not. I was figuring John Wilburn will probably drop in at some point this evening. We've only been on here about 30 minutes. So he'll probably be dropping in here in a little while. But we've got several people who have already signed up, looking for a little bit of assistance, which, hey, it's all good. And it's all, just between us. It's not like I'm going to put your business out on Front Street, whoever needs any help. And also, the easiest way, once you get my phone number, is to send me a text to get a hold of me, because we live out in the sticks, man, and I do not get good service out here. Now they had a fund, a PayPal fund going up until July the 28th, and then that one closed out. If John Wilburn comes on, you might be able to ask him, but otherwise you might go to John Wilburn's channel or, Buzz Roadkill Garage and ask them about it. Buff got the link. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it closed on July the 28th. Yeah, that's why that link's not working anymore. But when I spoke to John about it, he said that if after that link closes, someone still wants to donate, that he'll find a way that they can still be able to donate. Yeah, I love the privacy and lack of road traffic. I guarantee it. Yeah, we about had a traffic jam down here on our road here the other day. There was 2 4-wheelers and a tractor. Hey, Leighton, what is happening? Oh, okay. Well, it's a fuel relief fund for contestants who would otherwise not be able to make it to the No Name Nationals. People who, are going to be registered and have their 500 subscribers, and the only thing that's holding them back is the fuel portion of it. You're not having enough money to get there. We're working on trying to make that not an issue. So, and John said he'll be back in a bit. So I knew he'd sneak in here. And also a little bit later on, I'm going to be having a giveaway. It's going to be a triple threat, triple truck treasure hunt giveaway. All 3 of these are Hot Wheels treasure hunts. So
Where's Unfinished Project?
He's not on here.
Oh, taking a shower.
Maybe if you guys are lucky, you'll catch Unfinished Project still taking a shower, and he won't miss out. And I guess that's how Patrick from Mostly Old Parts and Rust did it. Yeah. Well, as soon as John gets back, I'll pull him in here, and we'll see if we can't get him to talk to part of that too. Is all that the committee, myself and Clint and Cletus are going to do is we're just going to go over how many applicants we have, the specific needs of the applicants, and how we can help out each person, how to distribute, the money and stuff like that. And I mean, we're getting close. We're down to like 54 days. So we're going to have to be getting this hammered out here pretty quick, and very soon everyone who is needing to be in this fund should know by then how much they need and all that, or within reason. John got a belly cramp. Is that from laughing too hard or? So anyway, man, I'm super excited about the No Name Nationals. You know, I was thinking, oh, I've got plenty of time to get done. Can't wait, man. And now that things aren't going quite like I planned on the Blockbuster, I'm just like, man, I'm really under the gun. I mean, I'm going to make it one way or the other, but feel the pressure now. That's exactly right, man. That's exactly right. Well, you know, I have not yet, but um, I'm going to try out some advice. And what I'm going to do, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect that little electric fuel pump there I've got on the front. And I'm just going to take my air nozzle and shoot it back through the line into the tank. And I know all that was cleaned out before I ever did that, but I put a cap, a sealed cap on the tank. I'm going to try to blow that in there and blow some pressure into it. And when I hear it bubble, you know, and I'm blowing air pressure into that, I'm going to see if I can get it to back pressure back up through there just to make sure if there's something that I'd missed in the tank or something like that, I'm going to try that. That's my next option anyway. May not be the right way to do it, but that's the way I'm going to try it. Is it a clicker diaphragm pump? I have no idea. It's a Amazon return that I got out of the bin for 50 cents. We have an Amazon return store down in the city. Whenever we go there, sometimes we'll go there on 50-cent day, and I picked up a couple of those in there. But, well, I had the regular cap on there before that was vented, and then that's why I said, well, I'm going to put the sealed cap on there, and I'm going to blow that air through there and see if I can't just, you know, get some expansion in there and see if I can push it back out. You're behind on videos. Yeah. Well, welcome to my world. Me too. Well, the old original cap is vented, but the cap that I've got to put on it now, I'm putting a non-vented cap on it just so that I can try to build some pressure in there. Does it run all the time or pressure down? It pressures down when it picks up, yes. Yeah, when it picks up, it tick, 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 tick. And then once it gets going again, it goes. And it may just not be strong enough for that. I don't know what it came out of, but the little plug on it looks like it came off of some little import or something. I don't know. Had a rag in the gas tank. Well, I know this doesn't have a rag in the gas tank because it didn't have anything in the gas tank when I got done with it. I cleaned it all out and took it all apart and had the whole thing out and cleaned and all that. And so I don't know. Only thing I can think of is I didn't clean out my original fuel line enough. And I think maybe I might have just got something stuck in there. Fuel in it all the time. You need those as close to the tank as possible and lower than it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Right. And I was going to, that's what I was saying. I was going to take it off and put it down there at the back, but I figured before I do that, first thing I want to do is, first thing I'm going to do to it is I'm going to try and blow back through the line into the tank and see if I can get it to bubble. I want to hear it bubble. And if I can make it bubble, I'm going to seal it off and make sure that I can get some pressure in there and then see if I can force it back through the line. Yeah, and I tried, I bottle fed that thing and bottle fed that thing and bottle fed that. I went through a whole mustard bottle full of gasoline trying to bottle feed that thing all the way. Turn it on, put your mouth over the filler tube, and blow hard. It picks it up. Pump is good. All right. Okay, I'll have to give that a go. Yeah, as some of you know, some of you don't know, I am a late bloomer on all of this stuff. And I'm also just messing with junk that I have laying around, And I'm learning on a lot of this stuff as I go. Now, as a younger man, I had old hoopties that I would work on, just when I had to, changing, fuel pumps and oil or changing water pumps and stuff like that, clutches and, transmissions, just swapping stuff out. I never really got into the tearing into the engine and stuff like that. I've never completely rebuilt an engine. I've never done any of this stuff. So all of this YouTube stuff, this is just my retirement projects, just what I said. Well, when I get ready to retire, this is what I'm going to do. And then I was like, well, I might as well share it on YouTube. That's the super hillbilly way that gets you home, but don't let people see you do it. They made fun of you for more. Oh, wait, get it on video. yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Apparently you haven't seen me work if you think that I'm worried about what people think of how I look when I'm doing something. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm a late bloomer on all this stuff, man. I'm just doing my thing, man, and having fun learning and all that. I wish I'd learned a lot more when I was younger, but I didn't. And, just is what it is. Let's see. Transit all fuel huns. Yeah, well, and I do know a few odd things like, how to change out all the freeze plugs, not just the ones on the sides, things like that. What's up, Max Wedge? Welcome. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of this stuff that I have done somewhat, but a lot of this stuff, I'm just having fun figuring it out. I'll never forget when I very first started this journey with the 51 Coronet, and I just had an idea that I wanted to Sorry, my dog's over here. Hey, wake up. He's over here. I think he's chasing a rabbit. He was asleep. But anyway, when I first started on the Coronet, and I had the idea to put the front suspension out of the B body underneath it and the torsion bars and all that. As soon as I started cutting into the frame, one of my very first subscribers says, "This is the point where you punt and you get a truck frame and you start over and you do." And I was like, "No, you don't understand. It's not about doing it the right way. It's just about doing it, you know?" And I mean, I'm kind of like a dog with a bone. I just do it, man. Hope I purged it first. Well, I just figured, you know, any leftover gas and stuff in there would just burn out whenever you're welding it. No, I cleaned it all out and all that stuff. It was fine. Kind of important if you want to keep the coolant inside. Yeah. Well, and that motor that I've got for it, that motor came out of a 1970 Dodge 3/4 ton step van and the new Process 435 transmission. And so, yeah, it's got granny low 4-speed in it. You betcha. But this whole car, I mean, with the little bit of stuff that I've bought for it, I mean, and with the way that I acquired it, we don't have hardly any money in it. I mean, the parts that I stole off of my Charger parts car, I originally got the car for the rear end and the rear bumper and stuff like that for my other one. So, yeah, parade gear, exactly. You just put it in gear, let your foot off the gas and the brake and the clutch, and just let it tool. It just goes right on through. Yeah. A heck of a change in my truck going from 308 to 410. Have to relearn how to drive it. I bet. Yeah, now I'm just waiting for my buddy to get back in town so I can take the last of the parts for the 452 over there for the Green Goblin. Had to get a longer bolt for my water pump and some more bolts and a few little odds and ends. And anyway, we're about ready to get back on that, and won't be long. We'll be taking the Charger over there and putting the motor and trans in it. And man, I'm afraid to get excited because it seems like there's always something to slow me down. I always keep running into another roadblock. Gotcha. Yeah. My old Charger I've had since I was 18 years old. And I drove it from 86 until 94. And I parked it. And then I just neglected it. And I finally decided a couple of years ago that regardless, I was going to get it back on the road. And so here we are a couple of years later, and we're getting close. Change stuff like that and just learn to drive it. Seriously. Yeah. 1989. That's awesome. Uh-oh. We see the hand. That means I'm getting attacked again.
Yeah, liar. No one believes your airbrain story. Right in the town.
Goodness. Yeah, I tell you what, ordering parts now is just ridiculous. I know it took me months to get all my stuff, and I was really glad that I got when I was rebuilding the engine, I got my pistons in. They said it was going to be anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks for my Keith Black flat top pistons for the Charger. And it only took them 5 weeks. I was like, woohoo, holy smokes. Couldn't believe it. I actually got something before they said it would be there. Hmm. Yeah. I'm really excited about getting my old Charger going again. Man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm afraid to get too excited because it seems like I do, and then I get disappointed, you know. Times. Now we're ready to go down the road. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, talking about clutch pedals, that was one of the toughest things that I had to deal with whenever I was building the Coronet, because as I'm sure y'all know, before like 1954, the pedals came up out of the floor instead of being suspended up underneath the dash. And I took the suspended pedals to put up under the dash, for that 4-speed in there. And well, the dash is only like that deep, and that pedal assembly is like that deep. So I had to cut a hole in the firewall and box it out and then weld some more material around it so that I could put them in there. Really? Well, you got to do what you got to do. I was just like, man, I don't know how in the world I'm going to make this work, but my old cranium, it's just kind of, yeah. Yeah, if I figure one of these days, if I keep going on this route, I'm going to learn a lot more. Your washer stack clutch linkage. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whenever I filled up the Z bar with a long bolt and a whole 20, I think it was like 24, 25, 26 washers on it. I don't remember. But it made that sucker rigid, and that sucker holds up, man. And I just packed that sucker full of grease and put it in there, and it's working. A lot of what I do is just because people say it won't work, or because people, most people would be like, man, there's no way that's going to go on the street and work like that,
It ain't on country road.
And I mean, the drive line, that drive line that I built for it, I built, my own, what I'm going to call that a custom slip yoke. Oh, yeah. On here. I went ahead and threw that in there if anyone wants to hop in here and visit for a while. Part of the reason I got 3,500 for it, yeah. Want to learn how to get other folks to do it while I film it, huh? Yeah. Well, I thought maybe I'd get my wife to do it, and then she said she wasn't putting grease under her nails. I don't know. But, well, looky here. Here's a first timer. First timer. Welcome. How are you, Dizzy? Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's the first timer. You get it set up here. Hey there, fellas. How y'all doing?
We're doing well. How are you? Two big beards now?
Pretty good, man. I had a few tough days there, but, that's part of getting old, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. You feeling better then?
I'm supposed to do a live with John sometime soon, and I got some pretty neat collector cars I want to give away to you guys for doing some questions.
Right on. Yeah, I figure here after a while.
I got some 6-inch collector 63 vet. The hood's open, got the motor, doors open, steering works, all that stuff.
Right on. Right on. I'm mostly in Hot Wheels. What's that?
Oh, I got it. The wife's calling me. I gotta go. It's nice talking to y'all for a minute. Y'all take care of yourselves. Bye.
All right. See you, bud. Well, that was short, but made an appearance. All right, let's see if we can get this again here. All right, there. I'm going to put it back up there if I can get anyone. Just know that if you can ever jump into a live, it really helps people to get to know you. Looking for subs also helps that too. There's that part. All right. Day 2 of the migraine. Oh, man. I used to deal with those quite a bit myself, man. But thank the good Lord I don't do that anymore. I've been pretty good for about the last few years, actually. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm not working out in the heat and the sun anymore like I used to. I agree, Big Block. Only a madman can post links. I still haven't figured that stuff out, man. I give up on that. I don't know how to get to them. If I copy something, like I can do the invite thing here because it kind of walks me through it and says, here you go. But other than that, if you click a person's name, you can make them a mod, huh? Yeah. Right click the name in the chat. I don't know if I have a right click. I'm sure I probably do. I don't know. Tim Mopar, welcome. Yeah, I knew it was saying moderator. I just don't know how. I just now tried to do that, and I don't know. It didn't seem to do anything different. Click the 3 dots on the right side of this. Okay. Click the 3 dots. It says put user in timeout or block user, and I don't want to do either one of those to you. I know Brother Bear's going to be on his own live here in about an hour. I was going to see if I could get him to come on here and help me give away these trucks. I think you left click it and give it the option. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to do it from the YouTube side, not StreamYard. Oh, okay. I see. From the YouTube side. So I wonder if I could even do it on. Right on. Just trying to see if I can figure this thing out here. All right. Well, have a good night. Go. That's it. Not StreamYard. I do it on my phone and YouTube Live. Oh, I see. Let's see here. Now, if I go add moderator, boom. Look at that. That was easy. How about that? Huh. Who knew? Drop links and keep spammers out of the chat. Yeah, I'm not popular enough to have too many spammers. I used to a couple of times when I was doing more lives. I don't do the lives as much anymore now because I've been so busy with, things here on the farm and trying to get my hoopty ready. I'm hoping to do more lives more often. Also, there's a couple of the guys, like with Buck. I want Buck to get as much time in as he can on. I mean, I like to do them Saturday nights because that's when I'm most available, but I want him to be able to get in here as much as he can too, so that he can pick up more subs and pick up more viewer time and all that. I'm not so worried about the viewer time and all that stuff as a lot of people might be, because I'm not trying to make a living at it or anything yet. So oh, he's back. He's back. Welcome back.
Yep, there we go. I'm back. My wife, she's had some pretty serious problems. She needed a bit of hand her for a minute.
Mm. I hear feedback or something.
And for all you think I'm just a Mopar guy, I like all hot rods, man. I hear feedback.
You got some feedback on there. Do you have your YouTube browser open?
I got it turned all the way down.
I'm still hearing echo.
I got it turned all the way down.
Yeah,
Is that better?
well, I was still hearing the echo.
I don't know what it could be. I have nothing on in here. Okay, I'll get off here pretty quick. That's one. Here you go, guys.
Nice.
The hood's open. Door opens. And I got like 5 of them to give away.
Nice. Sounds like you need to have a live and have a contest or something.
I got like 5 of them to give away. Nice. Sounds like you need to have a live and have a contest. Yep, that's what I plan on doing. Just like you did. I got the idea from you there, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to meet y'all. I'm going to get off of here.
Okie doke.
It's going to be nice to see y'all down there in Shepherd's.
All right. Well, we'll see you over there, bud.
Good night, all.
All right. Good night. All right. So, yeah, it was a really long delay on that. And whenever you got that much of a delay, it's hard for them to catch it, I think. There. Anyway, so big block 402. You're a Chevy guy. What do you think of that one? That's a treasure hunt. Silverado. Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. There's trouble.
Hey, what's going on?
And we're going to show you this one here. That one's more Bear Rose style.
That's closer to my years there.
Yeah. Well, I think closer to your style too. I mean, it's got like different colored doors and hood and all that, right?
It's got to have a green door. Just one.
Just one. Well, there you go. Yeah. Then this one here, I always thought these were really cool. This is the Mercedes Unimog.
Those things are freaky.
Yeah. But they're pretty freaking cool, man. Yeah. What is going on, Ricky? Saw you got your duster back rocking and rolling. That's awesome. Yeah. So what'd you do today, brother?
Oh, I moved them cars around.
Yeah.
They're hard to move around when they got no rear end, no front end.
What?
Did you see my last short?
I did. I think I saw one of your last shorts.
Did you see my last short? About circling the wagons.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, you are in there,
Sorry.
bud.
Here I am.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hello,
Getting-
fellas. I figured we'd make it triple trouble,
Oh, by golly. Triple threat.
triple threat. But no,
There you go.
I have to head to work here in a little bit, and I wanted to tell Mike that hey, we could work together on a Saturday night, and I could go a little like a half hour earlier, like I did tonight at 6 o'clock, and you can have your 6:30 Central. And,
Yeah.
I could bump mine up. It's no problem.
Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal, honestly. Like I said,
Right.
right now I'm really not so worried about all the viewership time. I mean, it's not like I'm looking to do this thing to make my mortgage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm having fun and enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm just I don't get on the lives as much. I haven't even just been on a regular live on someone else's live for a minute. I've just been so busy, I mean, today we were making pickles.
cool.
Yeah. You'll see the video tomorrow, but today we were making pickles. So,
Ghost pepper ones, even. Jimmy.
yeah, ghost pepper pickle. Ghost pepper pickled zucchini.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never messed with them, but I know with habaneros, you go to the bathroom before you have to slice them up.
Yeah. Or they've got this really cool invention they came up with, like, I don't know, 50 years ago, called nitrile gloves.
I can't use them things. I put them on and they split.
Well, if you're slicing up ghost peppers, you might want to learn. Uh-oh, now comes the real trouble. Now's the real trouble. There he is.
Hello, John.
How are y'all?
Good.
I need a black sign right up here with an orange number.
You can call somebody. I call Big Mike.
Perfect. Perfect. So now that the king of the hill is in the house,
Buck is right up there.
he's getting there. He's going to be there real quick. We need to get him on live and get him over the top.
Buck, you
Yeah,
only need 36.
Yeah, every time I get close to Kevin's Mopar, he pulls away from me.
You guys are bumping donuts, huh?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun watching.
You're close.
No, Buck, don't look at that. Don't look at that 54. No, that's not really there.
The Blockbuster's a 51.
Ah, man.
Check this out. 1,296 hours.
Wow.
That
You
sounds
got
a
to be
little
that
better.
guy.
It gives you a little more time.
And that's that's when the event starts.
Well, that's midnight. So you have a few more hours to work on it on the trailer coming over.
All right.
I got 3
Rough
days
is
to get
in.
there.
Yeah, they do let anyone on this screen. I mean, as much as StreamYard will let me have on. So
Famous last words, Buff's Garage.
mm,
Hammer down. 54 days is going to go quick.
mhm. Yeah, and Ricky too. You're ready. Well, you were ready before too, weren't you? Before the duster went down.
Yeah, 318 wheel run is ready.
Heck yeah.
The thing is we knew that no matter how much time everyone had, it wasn't going to change a thing.
You're right.
Real, that's the truth. I mean, the people who couldn't get it done in 256 days couldn't have got it done in 2056 days. And the people who could get it done in 60 days could probably get it done in 6 days.
Probably.
So the time doesn't really change, but we gave everybody all we possibly, and too much. We gave them too much time, actually.
You actually gave us more from the original announcement.
Not really, because the original announcement, we changed the date 5 days later, and then you got an additional 35. So the clock bumped up 30. So yeah, it's more than the original announcement.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Thanks, Buff.
Yeah, there you go. So I have a little announcement, very small announcement, is that this guy right here is one of my newest moderators.
Oh, man.
And Buff's Garage is one of my new moderators.
Solid guy.
Moving up.
Both of them.
By golly. And
time out.
I got to try and figure out how to do that. That guy down there, he's going to end up being there too.
All right.
So,
hey, John, have you ever timed somebody out that was in your live at the time?
No.
What happens?
I don't know
you just
that I have.
into a void?
You could, but if you're in my live, you time them out by hitting leave studio on them or something. No, I've not kicked anybody. I've not had to do that.
I did that to Buff one day.
They don't show up like that for mine. They don't usually.
I need to have Buck. I need you to make a comment so I can find you on my comments so I can add you in there.
The funniest was when Ari DeBernia, okay, he's one of Tony's mods, and Ari was doing a live Sunday, and Dakota's timeout as a mod over there, right? And I knew it was going to happen. Dakota's in there, and I come into the live. I see him in there, so I just start posting tang, 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 tang. Dakota would time me out, and before Dakota got caught on to it, Ari made me a mod, and he couldn't. I said, "Oh, Dakota, you missed your chance." He missed his chance.
Oh my!
After all those years, man.
I know it. The window of opportunity was held open with a toothpick, man. Sorry.
You even timed him out in a video. I seen that.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about the timeout. Dakota, awesome. He earned his first timeout. Okay, he earned his first timeout. But once he figured out the game, that we like him and that it's it made a game out, he's like, oh, man, once the light bulb clicked, he changed his channel name to Dakota's Timeout.
That's great.
And he made, exactly. He's built the channel around it. It's like his gimmick now. And he has subscribers and people watch. Yeah. So, that's the thing. That's what put him on the map was the timeout thing.
I subbed to him clear back then when you guys first started doing that.
Yeah. Dakota Bethune. He was lost in a sea of commenters until then. Now everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
But as soon as he figured that out, he embraced it. Because the first point, he thought that we were being mean to him. And then I'm like, hey, man, you do realize that everybody knows who you are, right? It's like, oh, yeah. Now it's a thing,
I think this is the most profound comment so far right here.
Yes.
Pizza.
Dang it, Phil, now I want Papa John's.
Ah, got it. Yes, Buck got his blue wrench. Awesome. Awesome, possum. Well, I appreciate you guys helping me out. I mean, not that, like I said, I haven't been on lives much lately. And I figure, once things calm down, I got a lot going on here on the farm and all that. And once things calm down, I'll probably do a few more, but I mean, it's busy times. We're getting ready to start going out. Let's see, it's only one more month until September, and then we'll be back out in the woods foraging and all that, looking for different mushrooms and ginseng and all that stuff. And
how does it roll off the tip of your tongue to say the No Name Nationals is next month?
I love it. That's what you're supposed to say, right?
The clock of the calendar, wait for no one.
Yeah.
Hey, we do need people, just doing administrative stuff. If you haven't registered, don't forget about it, because I know there's people just like, oh yeah, I'll do that when I'm driving there in the morning. Don't forget. We need that working list.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
What you guys gonna do? A shut off?
I don't know that we need to, but it will be helpful if we had our for example, I won't name them, but there's a bunch of channels that are I know are coming. They just have not done it yet, and it's like, oh yeah, they just forget. It's one of those things. It's just that's with everything. But there's a handful of those last minute itis type things. It's like you have 30 days to pay the water bill, and there's always a line on the 29th. Like here in this town, there's you always know what day the water bill, the final day is, because there's a line at 7:00 in the morning, in front of town hall. And that's what it is. It's people that didn't pay the water bill the other 29 days. So, there's that. It's just all. But I'm just, as a friendly reminder, if you have not yet formally registered, it's a good time to just knock that out and not forget about it. I mean, we're not going to deny you at the gate. It will be helpful.
Makes planning it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, it does. But then again, I mean, a lot of things make planning a lot easier too.
So, John, earlier we had someone asking about, they were still talking about helping out with donating to the fuel relief fund. And I told them that, the original link was no longer viable.
Sure.
And
Sure.
I remember you had said that if they want to donate, that you can make that happen. I told them to get a hold of you, email or whatever.
If they want to do that at this point, so the PayPal link that so I set it up as a fundraiser so that it would have a 30-day open window and you could see who all's contributing to it. I did that in the interest of transparency, because I want everybody to know exactly what we're collecting, what we're doing, that kind of thing, right? Because honesty is easy, because then you don't have to remember telling people multiple stories, right? So,
Right.
yeah. So, but anyway, at this point, if you do want to contribute, the PayPal, the fundraiser's over, but the PayPal link is still tied to the email that I use for registration for this event, the john@PrincetonDragway.com. So you should be able to just do a one-off PayPal to that if you want it, but make sure you put in there that it's for the fuel relief fund. Not that I'm expecting PayPal from anybody else for any other reason, but just put in the notes fuel relief fund, and I'll make sure to add that to the tally. No problem.
Awesome.
Yep.
Hey, well, guys, I got to go. I got to head to work. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great night. I'll be
All
listening
right.
to you on the way to work and at work and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Have a
Good
great
job.
night.
Well, have fun, bud, and be careful.
All
Good
right.
seeing you, Buck.
Come home with all your fingers.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Will the spectator ticket have any restrictions versus the event registration? Well, here's the deal. Your event registration covers one car and one human. But to participate in the event with your car, you must have 500 subs. You can still drive your car and park in the spectator parking. You can still come in and do all the things a human can do, but you can't race and have call outs. You can't participate in the brackets. You can't participate in the 28 to M5 tire. You can't participate in the monkey bike. You can't participate in the burnout competition. But you just have a more expensive spectator ticket. That's what happens if you register as a participant and you don't make 500. However, we are going to try to work out a nice incentive for the guys who came up short this year to apply to next year. Okay. So
Nice.
I know it's a little late in the game, but really, we really want to do everything we can for the folks who are trying. We really do. But understand, the thing about this event is that 500 subscriber threshold. This is what's separating the people who want to be fellow content creators. And if you don't have 500 this year, the groundwork is so incredible. I can't imagine passing up wanting to do this again. It's not for naught. How cool will it be next year if you already have 500 in the bag and all you have to focus on is getting your car ready?
Yeah.
And that kind of content, right? What a head start you have on No Name Nationals 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And we're only building on this for the next one. Oh my gosh, the springboard that this has to run another event is incredible. So yeah.
And if you want to try this YouTube stuff and become a creator, there is no time in the history of YouTube than right now to do it.
And that's coming from the most authoritative voice that could possibly be saying it.
Absolutely.
See, I can say that, but I started the No Name Nationals with over 2,000 subs, and I haven't gained anywhere near the rate Barrows has. So to me, say it, it doesn't mean it. But for Barrows to say it, he lived it. You did it. You did everything that we said was possible. You actually did it. You proved it.
And all your guys' advice works. I mean, it is spot on, totally correct.
Barrows started with what, about 50 in January?
42. 42.
Started at 42 when the temperature wasn't half that.
Oh, no. It's negative 42.
And here we are now. You know what, Leighton? And that's the right attitude. That's the right attitude. I mean, we've made the participant registration fee as cheap as we can. Like, right, and I'm just an example. One barrel of track prep is about $1,400 right now for a barrel of PJ1. So we've made the participant registration fee as cheap as we can. So yeah, it becomes an expensive spectator ticket, but we're looking to do something to work that out. We do have to pay the bills though, and they are not cheap. You wouldn't believe what that billboard costs. There's a billboard in a tree right now that Monday I'm going to be headed out to Jeffers with. And I just learned that they did not print it in 5 pieces like I asked. So I don't know what it weighs, but we're going to find out. This is going to be exciting. We're going to time lapse the install. So
you going to do this in a CRV?
No, I'm taking the van. Hey, I put 16 feet of lumber in that CRV. So
I know.
Do it. Chevy Chase's station wagon in Christmas Vacation with the tree on the top. Yeah, that's me. I'll do it.
I figured he's just going to put it on top of Nan's van and go.
I'm going to put it inside. I'm going to roll it all the way in. It'll look great. It's 40 by 12, but I assume they rolled it on the 12-foot edge. So, right. It's in a crate.
Otherwise, how far you got to drive? That's a lot of advertising all the way there.
It's 600 and some miles. So yes.
Just strap it to the top and just go.
It's 600 miles, and I cross through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states.
Nice.
How many times have you been up to the track now? 3?
I've only been there once. I'm going a second time with Dallas, for recon. Dallas has been there a bunch of times. I've been there once before. I'll be going there. I will be there again in a couple of days. And I'll tell you
we
what,
only have to go there once. You guys got to go there multiple times.
Dallas is there a bunch. Dallas is actually he has his camper there. He sets up kind of like a part-time residence there. So we're meeting a cable guy there to work out the internet and the banner, and we're gonna check with the rental company for jersey barriers for burnout competition. So we've got some homework we're gonna be doing up there. Gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a long day, a couple of days probably. Actually, probably more than one day, but it's gonna be good.
Well, we're going to be there Thursday afternoon. I'm not sure what time yet, but I'll get with you to let you know, when we know a little bit sooner.
Yeah, Blake was there on a video call. I called Blake and I called Dalton from Pole Barn Garage. I wanted some input on the burnout area because those are two guys that know how to turn tires into vaporization, right? So I figured they would be good ones to ask what we need in a burnout pit. So I consulted with Blake. Blake is the utility infielder of YouTube. He knows a lot of stuff and he's really talented. So I like to consult with him about things that I don't think about like that, especially, right? Like, I mean, burnouts are cool, but the way Blake thinks about stuff, he's a good one to ask because he has his mind wrapped around the whole picture of debauchery a burnout can turn into. So I asked him in Pole Barn because I figured that would be two good, different ways of thinking about it to see if we're thinking right on the burnout pit. So we think we got what we need. There are a handful of people that I like to ask things, and no small reason is because they're smart, but how differently they think than I do. It helps me figure out if there's something I might be missing in the abstract, right? And Blake is one of those people.
I was going to say, if you're looking for things that I might be missing, I'm going to say you need to ask a lot of people because there's a lot I'm missing. I mean,
there's a lot of people in our community who are smart like that. Really, it's true. I mean, I have learned so much from the No Name Nationals community. It's unbelievable because of how many different ways people do different things. It's just really cool. I've learned probably more interesting tips in car building and this kind of stuff from this community in the last 6 months than I have since back to 2006 opening this YouTube account. Been incredible.
PVC pipe to do a stroker. That was brilliant.
Hey,
PCR. Oh, that was brilliant.
Don't forget about the UV exposure on your wiring harnesses. Right? So these videos, I watch them and they're yeah.
Yeah, everybody who's put a video out, I've learned something on.
Absolutely. I've learned so much from these folks. It is incredible. And I love it. It's just, I just pay tuition for this school. It's great.
Well, all I can say is that I hope you're not taking hot rodding tips from mine.
Well, you know what? I actually thought of something on the hoopty day before yesterday. I was unloading an engine out of the van, and you know how you for an engine crane you put the bolt through the boom on the crane.
Yeah.
I don't have enough washer on, but it reminds me of the drive shaft in that corner. I think of that every time now. And it works. It's great.
Yeah.
And I can't say anything though because there's something I'm working on that I'm going to get roasted for in the comments. I'm already waiting for it. I'm going to try and make it a point to send that to Mike first.
Awesome.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
I'm sure I will.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those things that all of the things people, the purists, the white New Balance tennis shoes, sitting in the lawn chair kind of folks.
Yeah.
They're going to want to be calling in an airstrike on me for it. So it's going to be great.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I tell you, I was watching that newest, the newest version, the number 5 video that Buzz put out today, for who's going to be at the No Name Nationals.
I saw the thumbnail. I haven't got to watch the video yet. I bet it's good though.
Oh boy, did he pick some of my
Perfect.
best aspects, I guess you could say. I loved it. It was like, if anything, if anyone could have captured my essence any better, I don't know who it would have been, but that was great.
Well, the thing that bothers me is, I feel bad for people who take themselves so seriously that they can't have any fun with stuff like that.
Right.
Like they can't play their hand unless the video is everything they've ever dreamed, makes other people think that they're, something. I just think that's a crazy bankrupt mentality. They never get to have any fun.
Yeah, and that's all I do is have fun. Well, I do get frustrated, obviously. I mean, because sometimes it's just like, man, I can't figure this out. Why? But then once I get past it, I'm like, yes.
But see, with the attitude that both of you guys have, okay, which is come with wisdom, come with some age and some wisdom, right? It lets you do things these other guys can't do because they won't let themselves.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, think about it. If Barrows was so concerned that he didn't have the paint job he wanted, well, I can't do it. Maybe next year. If you had that hang up, you couldn't do anything.
So you mean if I was worried about whenever I walked past my car and I drug my belt buckle across there?
Just fly the white flag now. Oh my gosh, I gotta sell it with a disclosure now. I'm done. But
might as well get a salvage title.
There are people who are that hung up on things that they say, well, maybe it'll be right next year, maybe next year. It's just not right. Let me tell you where I learned that lesson. And I learned that lesson from somebody younger than me. In 2000, I know, which is great. In 2007 was the Blacksburg Strongman competition. And I should have competed in that. I really think when it was all said and done, I probably would have finished about 4th in the field. But the thing is, I didn't let myself because I said, you know what? I still need to be more competitive in my press movements. I said, I think I'm good in the deadlift. I think I'm good in the squat. I think I'd probably win the farmer's walk, tire flip, but I can't. I'm not good. I'd lose in the military press stuff. So I'll do it next year. And you know what? That was a terrible call to make. Because next year my training, other reasons, my training suffered a little bit. The next year it suffered even more. And then it's just, I went down like an escalator with flat steps, man. I mean, boom. So you know what? That was a mistake. I should have gone with what I had. I should have thrown in and said, I'm not going to win, but I'm going to compete. I'm going to have fun. I should have done it, and I didn't do it. And so now that window's closed. Okay, it's like Morgan Freeman in the Shawshank Redemption. Because that kid is gone and this old man is all that's left. Kind of thing. I should have done it. And I didn't do it. So I'm saying that same thing applies to the No Name Nationals. It applies not to the No Name Nationals, but it applies to all of these things guys want to do with their cars. It applies to car shows. It applies to all these other events. It applies to YouTube videos. It applies to all kinds of things. Don't handicap yourself to saying that your version of perfect is the only thing I can show somebody else.
Right.
Because it's not important to them. And that has handicapped so many people out of so many things. My late friend Robert, that handicapped him to no end. He missed out on so many good years of racing because he couldn't present anything less in his mind. So anyway, that's the moral of the story. And these guys, I'm hoping, say, hey, man, I don't have everything finished, but it never has to be finished. It's the journey. I'm going to show up and have fun. And maybe next year I'll have more. Maybe I won't, but I'm going to go with what I have.
As long as you get there, you won.
Blake, I don't have a throwing arm for anything. That's a whole different set of skills. It's so freaking funny. The mechanics of throwing are not the mechanics of lifting. It doesn't matter. I can do either now. So.
Nice. Yeah, my best friend Ox. I don't know how many of you know who he is, but he's been in a couple of my videos, and he's 6'3", 320 pounds. Played football for Kemper Military. He was an MMA fighter, and he's a big old boy. And he came in second in our local strongman competition because he broke his foot pulling an ambulance. But he kept going through, I'm just like, man.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. Man, I enjoyed that. It was great. But you can't just say, oh, it'll be right next year. It will be right next year.
That's all you're ever going to say then.
I used to sponsor the Virginia Tech bench press competition, Direct Sports. And man, we grew that thing into a huge event, right? Like the first year was modest. And by like the 10th year, that thing was huge. I mean, we had competitors sending teams from everywhere. And it was great. It was fun. But I would watch people say, well, next year I'll be ready. Next year I'll be ready. Well, a good friend of mine, he was about to set his personal best. He was going to bench 455 raw. Okay. Maybe a little more, 455 raw. Because this guy, he would always practice his pause, presses, everything. So he didn't have a gym number and a competition number. His gym number was his competition number. He was going to do 455 raw. And in a week before competition, he says, man, I don't feel well. I got a cold or something. And about 3-4 days out, he's like, oh, man, there's no way I can lift. I feel terrible. Goes to the doctor, finds out he has a terrible heart condition. Some kind of viral infection or something affected his heart. He's now on the list for a heart transplant today. And he's 47. I mean, he's on the list for heart transplants. His lifting career is done. Like, he's not supposed to lift anything anymore. Like, he's not anything. And the thing is if he had said, I'm going to wait till it's right, he'd have never gotten to do anything. So I look at all these examples of people who don't use the clock and the calendar in their favor, and sometimes they're heartbreaking. So if you want to know why, it's important to me to put up the orange paper every day.
There you go.
That's it.
That's the motivation. That's
it.
Yeah. Buff's right, man. Next year may not come.
You're not promised tomorrow. None of us are.
Right.
None of us are promised tomorrow.
We ain't promised to make it to the end of this segment. You know what I mean?
This is my motivation for why. This is my motivation for why I wanted to do this thing in the first place, because I will not live long enough to meet all of these fellow content creators that I'd like to.
I got about 15 more minutes.
That's fine. Just want to let you know.
The only way to meet all these people is to get them all to come to one place.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. And the only attrition we've had are people who have not figured that out. People who might have thought it was about something else or whatever. But no, you're right. You're exactly right. That's what it's all about. And so to get all these people in one place at one time is the way to do it. And awesome. That's what we're trying to do. And next year will be great and big, but you know what? Here's down next year. What if next year is even bigger and grander and all this stuff? But let's say that there's somebody who you really wanted to meet this year, and that person's like, nah, maybe next year. And then they get hit by the bus in the off season. That's what we don't want to have happen. That's why I want everybody to make it count. Make this year happen. Because either way, this is the only year that every single solitary one of these people will ever be in the same place at the same time. There's no statistical way that every single person coming this year will be there next year.
Well, and you never know also. I mean, if you think look at some of us up and coming channels, some of us are just kind of creeping along like me. I mean, I'm only a little over 500 or whatever, but, I've got a little different situation than a lot of people. Look at Bear Rose. He went from like 40 something to over 2,000. Look at Dudes with Wrenches. He blew up, and where are we going to be next year? You never know. It might be Dudes with Wrenches at 100,000 or 200,000, or might be Bear Rose with 1 million. You know, might be me with like 27,
Is that very
but
Everybody keeps asking, is Vice Grip going to be there? Is Vice Grip going to be there? Yeah, he is. One of us is going to be the next Vice Grip, and you're going to have the chance to see him.
Truth to that.
that guy right there is the man. He's got to be there.
What's crack-a-lackin', gentlemen?
What's
Hey,
happening?
Buzz.
Hey, man, forgive my beardless face, man. We got a new dog. Another rescue. We only rescue dogs. Great dog. Really likes beards. Really likes beards. I had to get rid of the damn thing because it, Great dog, though.
It worked for you.
No doubt. Thanks, man. Hey, I wanted to pop on here real quick. And hey, John, I'm going to hit you real quick because I think Blake is also
Yes.
in the chat. Man, do we want to hit something this Sunday upcoming?
You know what? We can, because as in tomorrow, right? Or
For God's sake, God damn it.
Let's do a week from today.
A week from today. That sounds good.
Or a week from tomorrow, of course, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what. What do you think about doing? We've kind of focused on. At one point, it was more the texty, searchy side of things, and then we did one on the videos.
Yeah.
Man, does a Q&A format kind of sounds?
That's great.
And put out there now. Be thinking about. You got a week to figure out what kind of questions you want to ask.
Perfect. I'll go ahead
Look
and
at
put
your.
that down.
Yeah, look at your.
I was supposed to be in Tennessee tomorrow, and that changed yesterday evening when the banner got a little delayed. So it doesn't change the day we put it up, but it changed the day I have it, changed the day I leave. So if we're looking at Sunday the 14th, that is just fine. If we think a different day of the week is fine, we can do that too. But the 14th works if you want to do that. And I'll go ahead and put it up 14th at 5 Central.
Right on.
Okay.
Is Blake down with that?
What say you, Blake? Sunday, August 14th, 5 Central? And that actually matches what we did in July. It's the second Sunday in the month. So,
Hey, here's why I wanted to suggest that, because these guys need to take some time.
They do.
Look at what you got going on. Figure out what's hassling you the most, what's frustrating you the most. Figure out what your specific questions are. What are those things we can really help you address? Real solutions from people that are also doing the same thing. None of this stuff hasn't already happened to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Well, remember, the first few of these we did is they didn't necessarily know the questions to ask yet, right?
Exactly, and that's why at this point in the game.
Yes. So
When
it's
I came on that first live with you, Buzz,
right.
I had no idea what to ask you. I don't know what I'm doing wrong because I don't know what I'm doing right.
Well, you certainly got it figured out, that's for sure.
So Blake, what's that? Does that work for you? 5 Central? So you may be driving back from the track? I don't know what your situation is. I'll go ahead and lock that down.
I've got it penciled in. You say 5 Central, 6 Eastern?
5 Central, 6 Eastern on Sunday, the 14th. Okay, he's saying yes. So there we go.
Right on.
And I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
Yeah, again, guys, just give it some forethought and kind of spread that word. John says he'll post it with that spirit, but there's got to be some really things that are just, what are those things that, it's taking you 4 hours and you think you should be able to do it in 30 minutes? What are the tips there? Whether it's editing stuff, whether it's understanding analytics, understanding any of this stuff, understanding community posts and the importance thereof. If you've got community posts and you're not using them, you're missing the boat, people. Don't miss the boat. Those things are, especially if you're keeping that stuff towards, your core channel focus. those things will serve you well in terms of getting your channel looked at for videos to be evaluated for tossing the algorithm at.
This is going to be our next to last regular content creator workshop. Not saying we can't do stuff in between. It's just the natural order of things has been monthly. But understand, so this will be the next to last monthly schedule. Now, if we want to set something else up, that's entirely possible. Just saying, time is getting short. Be thinking about what you need.
Exactly. And if there's some specific way that you think you can be helped, hey, I could really use a hand with this or that or the other thing. If you don't have a channel description yet, again, you're missing the boat. A well-written single paragraph to 2 or 3 paragraphs, several plus sentences about what your channel's about, name and makes, models of your projects, favorite tool brands, whatever, getting those various keywords out there and into that channel description, it's key. It's absolutely key. It's all those things that get evaluated to figure out how YouTube and the algorithm is going to handle your stuff. That's a tough word to get out sometimes.
Just remember, there are all kinds of examples of people who are making this happen, who have made this happen. I mean, look at, and I'm going to say it. So there's easy examples to look at, like Bear Rose and 2X and these guys. But look at examples like Punisher Lamont. Look at examples like First Responder Garage. Look at Irish Outlaw. These are people who did it on short time frames, but they did all the little things to help themselves out. Anytime they had a bump, they capitalized on it. And those channels show you exactly what you can do, even if you don't catch any big lucky breaks or anything. They've done it with hard work, good content, discipline, doing things regularly, and you guys can definitely do it if you still got subs to make.
Look at what Junkyard Willie did with his channel.
Unbelievable.
And he did it with exactly virtually nothing, with the exception of good ideas and hard work. Man, he had a camera and an idea, and he went out there and he got footage, and he posts it religiously.
Yep. And that's the key.
Yeah, I don't know. He's in a couple of thousands right now, isn't he?
With enough work, you guys can all make it. And I want to see everybody make it.
No doubt.
Gentlemen, I know Bear Rose is scheduled to go on here in just a few minutes, and I just wanted to follow up on part of the thing I came on here for was to let you know that I've been in contact with Clint and Cletus, cousin Cletus Automotive, Clint from Clint Street Machines, and the three of us are going to be getting together on a conference call towards the end of the week to go over some of the fuel relief fund people who are applied for relief on that. And so if there's anyone else in here that might be in need of that, make sure and email me. I've had a little bit of issue with my email, but I'm emailing people back and giving them my personal cell phone number so you can call me and I will talk to you so we don't have any cross lines or anything like that. And that way we can get this all situated as quickly as we can. And
hey, Mike, don't forget, too, you said a conference call. You don't have to broadcast StreamYard to YouTube. You can use it for private meetings, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, all you do is go in StreamYard and make the link, but just instead of telling it to broadcast to YouTube, just don't tell it to broadcast. You can use it for private meetings.
Select record only.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have to record it either. You can get everybody into this. Then it's just like one of these pre-live, before you go live kind of thing. Record it, don't record it.
Well, then I'll talk to him about that too. I know cousin Cletus is out for a few days. He's got some personal things to attend to, and Clint is, but he's ready to go. And we're going to be getting together to talk about these things, but everything is on track. and I'm gonna, if I could get, I'm not good at posting links. I'm gonna write down my email addresses right here again. If I could get Buff or one of y'all to do a link to this, it would be great. And I'm gonna probably just leave it here for a few minutes. I wanted to give away my trucks, but if you want a chance to win these trucks, you're going to have to go over to Bear Rose's live here in just a little bit, because I'm going to jump over there, and you're going to have to just follow me around. Sorry about your luck, man. I got to go out here and put up my animals. It's getting dark, and we got to get all our stuff put up so the coyotes don't eat them. So, but I'm going to go ahead and put down my email addresses and stuff here. And so if you need help with it, you can get a hold of me.
Thanks for having me on, Mike. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
It's great seeing you.
Thanks for letting me barge in on the tail end here, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
In
buddy.
fact, I'm going to dive out and get ready for mine, and then we'll all do the channel surfing all over, and maybe I'll see you there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be over there here in just a little bit, brother.
We'll see y'all there.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, guys.
Keep the metal hot.
And thank you again, Buzz, for that awesome intro that you did for me.
Oh, no sweat. Been trying to. I've still got several more of those to put out. That's what I was doing early on in this, is seeing who's been in one of those little intro flicks, and share those things around. And another reminder, you guys that are still out there, you talk. If somebody's mentioned, fuel cost concerns, if you can't find Mike's email, you can always go to John Wilburn's page and scroll down till you find the Fuel Relief Fund video. Gives you all the information. There's a couple of new guys that just signed up over the last day or so. They may not even be aware that there's a fuel fund. Go to Wilburn's page, watch it's a 2-minute video, gives you the facts and figures, and Mike's email is on that page as well.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
yeah, remind your friends, because it is kind of getting down to the, there's only so much time left, and yeah, you got to get through the decisions and the distribution and all that good stuff. But don't be bashful. It's a good thing.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep on top of it, man.
Right on.
We appreciate the fact that you came up with the foresight to help out with this, Buzz, and their generosity is just unbelievable.
Well,
We
thanks.
really appreciate you.
Thanks for saying so. Just want to see everybody get there. That if it's possible, let's make it happen.
Absolutely. Well,
And again, yeah, on that note, coming up for this this next creator thing, all you guys out there, and again, tell your friends, come up with those problems you're having. Let's see if we can really, get you some answers that really makes a difference for you.
absolutely. Yeah, well, with that, guys, I'm going to have to get off of here. Like I said, it's getting dark here, and I can't have my birds getting eat up by coyotes, so I got to get out here and get them put up in their pens. So,
See you, Mike. Be good, man. Thanks
all
for
right,
having me.
thank you, and thank you, everybody. I appreciate you so much for dropping in, and we'll see y'all soon.